Por aquí yo, esa era. Se queda paseo, esa es la vía. Here it goes. Yeah, good job, Dan. The hell? Oh, there it goes.
You should have held it back some more, man.
It looked like he did all he could do, man. He's good. Oh,
Okay, well, let's just see what happens here before. And then
Vamos a ver qué va a ocurrir.
this is making the landing, and the people are
El avión está intentando aterrizar, la gente está mirando.
so hang on a second, Miles, and get in.
Vamos a ver, mirar en silencio.
It looks like this plane is about to land. Make sure that nose here safely reaches the
Vamos a
runway.
ver si la parte delantera se posa.
Very, very cautious
Very
here.
cautious not
El
to go
piloto
landing.
está siendo muy cauteloso.
Está siendo muy cauteloso al colocar peso sobre el tren de aterrizaje.
There you have it.
Yeah. There we go, Miles. Go ahead.
Looks like we have a
Miles, parece que el avión aterrizó.
You notice how he held it off and held it off and then held it off.
Pienso que fue
They had it. With the gear down and the lock indicators on, they approached the runway. What was about to happen, though, is perhaps a study on preparedness and precision. Watch. At 0 seconds, right there, the main wheels of the C-130 touch down. Everything is standard, normal. But at 13 seconds, the plane's right wing dips. The gear begins to fail. At 20 seconds, failure. But here's where we see the precision of training. Watch the propellers. The pilots already shut them down. 11 seconds after failure, the plane
Call it a highly unusual coincidence. 2 plane crashes locally today from the same airport. And a Fox 40 camera crew caught the second one on tape as it struggled to get airborne.
Minutes ago, that small plane there made a safe emergency landing at the Peter Ona Airport. Twin engine says the landing gear was stuck. It skidded to a stop with its nose down. Really a perfect emergency landing there. Once it landed, 3 people and a dog. There it is. The emergency landing ends just minutes from now. 3 people and a dog walked off that plane. Emergency crews lined the runway.
With us,
And let's watch as he comes down. Now watch how he turns his nose pops. All right, engine stops, but very smart move. Okay, now hold it, get it as slow as you can. slow it down, nice and slow, right down the center line. This is picture perfect.
Wow,
Picture
really
perfect.
It's beautiful.
Beautiful, beautiful
Very
job.
remarkable.
Beautiful job.
Wow, that's incredible piloting.
That's some hull damage. I bet those engines are not adversely impacted. Because did you notice how he studded those props? Those props stopped. And
Wow.
if they had been spinning, it would have spun those PT6 engines, which are
just kind of blowing in and land there.
Look at the engine drop. They're going to go with the power off landing to try and lightly down the back wheels and then gently touch that nose down, trying to keep that nose. He's worried about his thing tweaking off to the left. It's down. And this thing, you can see it dangling there, nose gear. So he's going to try and do a kind of tail dragger landing. Going over. And that is the best case scenario for what could happen. You didn't want that landing gear to tweak that plane.
Maar de piloot bemerkte dat de wielen van het landingsgestel niet wilde uitklappen. Hij had daarom besloten terug te keren. De landing verliep hobbelig, maar volgens het boekje. Bent u toch tijdens die landing niet bang geweest?
One wheel. The rear landing gear somehow became bent. The front wheel of the small plane never came down. So the pilot was forced to land on his belly. Fortunately, it was a safe landing and the pilot was able to walk away uninjured. Very delicate maneuvers there.
Watch the engine to see if he feathers the engine. Feathers, I mean, actually cuts off the engine. He's over the runway now. Okay, there that main gear collapsed, which, Paul, that's the best hope. You see a little spark there, but he's maintaining direction, and he's on the pavement, and the plane is at a full stop. Full stop.
Earlier this hour, we showed you these live pictures of a naval C-2 plane which made an emergency landing in Norfolk, Virginia after its landing gear failed. We're joined right now by retired Air Force Lieutenant Colonel Rick Francona. He's an NBC News military analyst. Colonel Francona, how do you explain this little event we just watched? Pretty scary.
Well, he's coming in without his gear down, so obviously he's had some trouble with that. But the pilot does a great job here. Puts it down.
More engine problems. But worse was to come, as a highly experienced Battle of Britain display pilot, Pete Thorne, brought the plane in for what looked like a perfect landing. Things went terribly wrong. Little did he realize his starboard wheel had not locked into position. On touching down, the wheel collapsed and the speeding plane slewed across the runway onto the grass.